a new world champion, and he's British.
Lando Norris, champion of the world!
In a tense final race of the season in Abu Dhabi, Lando Norris did just enough to clinch the title.
I've not cried in a while. I didn't think I would cry, but I did. It's a long journey.
Also tonight, a 3-year-old girl is among those hurt in an alleged pepper spray attack at Heathrow Airport. The government's new plan to take away benefits from young people if they turn down work, and...
It's all right, Paxi, Evie said. Everything's going to be all right.
The writer and illustrator of a classic children's book team up again with a story to help the homeless.
This is ITV News with Geraint Vincent.
Good evening. The achievement of his lifelong dream was always going to be an emotional moment for Lando Norris, and he wept tears of joy after he crossed the line in the last race of the Formula One season in Abu Dhabi this evening. He finished in 3rd place, but that was enough to win the world title by just 2 points. After a season not without its setbacks, all the years of hard work paid off in a tension-filled 2 hours, a race where Norris had to hold his nerve to become the 11th Formula One champion from the UK. Chris Scudder reports.
3 drivers within touching distance of the ultimate prize, but there could only be one winner. Moment of truth for Lando Norris. And he must have been swallowing hard when title rival Oscar Piastri overtook him on the first lap.
Through into 2nd place!
3rd place would be enough for Lando, but hearts were in mouths when he was almost forced off the track by Verstappen's teammate Yuki Tsunoda. But it got him back into 3rd.
That is crucial.
Verstappen was out in front, but he needed Charles Leclerc to overtake Norris.
Is Charles catching him or not?
But he wasn't catching, and with Lando's mum Cisco watching on nervously, her boy crossed the line to become world champion for the first time on a tidal wave of emotion.
I love you, Mum. I love you, Dad. Thanks for everything. I'm not crying.
Then it was all about sharing the joy. Mum and Dad, girlfriend Maggie, Britain's first world champion since Lewis Hamilton. The tears would just not stop.
I've not cried in a while. I didn't think I would cry, but I did. My parents, I'm not crying. They're the ones who supported me since the beginning, so, I look like a loser.
Truth is, he's always been a winner. A journey that started, like Lewis Hamilton, in karting aged 8. He was world champion at 14.
As part of the journey, and we were on the journey with him. It's surreal, you know, it wasn't that long ago really. He was just at a karting track with us. It seems like yesterday really. But like today, yeah, that's amazing achievement.
In a rapid rise to fame, he went from Formula 2 success to rubbing shoulders with the Formula 1 stars while still a teenager, dreaming big.
It's what I've been dreaming of since I was young. So yeah, I haven't stopped smiling since I've been told.
8 years on, the famous smile hasn't changed, and tonight, at 26, it's wider than ever as he celebrates the biggest prize of them all. Proof that sometimes nice guys do come first. Chris Scudder, ITV News.
An offer on one hand, but an expectation on the other is how the Work and Pensions Secretary today described an £800 million package to get thousands of young people off benefits and into work in construction and hospitality. Those who refuse to accept the help could lose some of their benefits, as our political correspondent Carl Dinnan reports.
Coming soon to a restaurant, building site or healthcare setting near you could be one of 55,000 young people paid to do their jobs by the government as part of a major package to create more training and job opportunities.
I think Britain's young people need a better offer, and with the youth guarantee that we're offering today, we'll offer them intensive work coach helping, training opportunities for over 300,000 young people, and ultimately for some of them, a subsidised job if they're still out of work after 18 months.
But young people who refuse the offer may have their benefits cut, which some employers think is a problem.
This is very unique. This is my family recipe.
Author, chef and restaurateur Asma Khan is one of those yet to be convinced.
Is this the right way to get young people into work?
No, not at all. This cannot be a punishment posting because they want to reduce the amount of benefit they're paying. It hurts even more because we have been punished as well by increased taxation, the fact that our national insurance contribution has gone up. There is no place to hide now for all of us in hospitality.
Opposition politicians agree the real problem is heavier tax on businesses.
What the government is doing is, with their tax rises and policies, destroying real jobs that businesses want to employ people for but can't afford to, and then using the taxes that they've put on those businesses to then pay for government-created jobs. To me, that is just absurd.
Youth unemployment is 3 times higher than the headline rate, and nearly 1 million young people are not in work, education or training. So whether or not the government has got the right recipe, that's a growing problem for everyone.
Carl, some Nigel Farage news tonight.
Yeah, that's right. The Telegraph is reporting that Nigel Farage has been reported to the police by a former member of his own campaign team for breaking the law on election expenses. The allegation's been made by Richard Everett, who campaigned for Mr Farage in Clacton during the general election, before himself being kicked out of the party. He says the Farage team spent considerably more than the legal limit on their expenses, although even he says that Mr Farage himself probably knew nothing about it. Labour and the Conservatives tonight are calling for a full investigation by the police and the Electoral Commission. And tonight, Reform have told me that Mr Everett is in fact a disgruntled former councillor who was kicked out of the party for sexual misconduct. They deny breaking the law and they say they look forward to clearing the party's name.
Okay, thanks, Carl. 5 people were taken to hospital and a 3-year-old girl was treated at the scene after an alleged pepper spray attack in a multi-storey car park at Heathrow Airport this morning. A 31-year-old man has been arrested. Sabah Chowdhury has the latest.
The start of a holiday for many, descending into chaos. Heathrow Airport was on edge this morning, with armed officers charging through Terminal 3's multi-storey car park. Fire engines, ambulances and more police followed. Inside, panic and uncertainty filled the terminal. Passengers facing delays, unaware of what was going on, but details have started to emerge.
Police understand that 4 men robbed a woman's suitcase in a lift here at Heathrow Airport, a woman potentially known to them, and it's understood that during the altercation they sprayed a form of pepper spray in her direction, injuring others in the process.
21 people were treated at the scene, including a 3-year-old girl, and 5 people were taken to hospital. A terrifying incident for those who saw it unfold.
It was a little scary at first because there was a moment where there were about 20 police with guns out, and I asked what was going on, and they said, there's been an attack. And when you hear that, you think, okay, like, this is it.
Police arrested a 31-year-old man on suspicion of assault, and a manhunt's currently underway for those who got away. Sabah Chowdhury, ITV News at Heathrow Airport.
Police in India have issued an arrest warrant for the owner of a nightclub in Goa where a fire has claimed the lives of at least 25 people. Authorities say the fire was caused by a gas cylinder blast. Most of the dead were the club's kitchen workers. The nightclub's manager has already been arrested. And local media in Nigeria are claiming the government has secured the release of 100 of the school children who were abducted last month. More than 300 were taken, along with 12 staff from the secondary school in the west of the country. Talks will resume in London tomorrow, aimed at reaching a viable peace agreement in Ukraine. But today came an alarming admission from Donald Trump's eldest son, that his father may walk away from the process because it's no longer a priority for the Americans. The last 24 hours have seen Russian attacks continue, with Kiev accusing the Kremlin of trying to cripple the Ukrainian power grid for the winter. Laura Jones reports.
Much like his dad, Donald Trump Jr. is bold and bullish. Speaking at the Doha Forum, he signalled the president may be frustrated that his efforts to persuade President Putin to end the war on Ukraine haven't produced results.
Is your hunch that President Trump is going to walk away?
I think he may. What's good about my father and what's unique about my father is you don't know what he's going to do. The fact that he's not predictable, he's not following the playbook.
President Trump has led renewed efforts for a ceasefire deal with Russia in recent months, even receiving the first peace prize by FIFA this weekend. But his eldest son hinted the US no longer had the appetite to fund Ukraine's military efforts. At the same event in Doha, Hillary Clinton hit back.
I think the United States has an important role in trying to resolve these conflicts and alleviate the suffering and give people a chance to have peaceful, prosperous lives. That should be our goal. That is in America's interest.
With pressure mounting on European leaders, Volodymyr Zelensky will head to Downing Street to meet some of them tomorrow. Sir Keir Starmer keen to show his support. Whether or not it'll be enough to overcome sticking points in negotiations, territory and security guarantees. In Kyiv, families search for small moments of joy. Looking at the lights at this Christmas exhibition. But with Russia's latest attacks mainly targeting energy infrastructure, many Ukrainians have been left in the dark. Looking ahead to next week, hoping for a breakthrough. Laura Jones, ITV News.
England's cricketers have their work cut out if they're to salvage the Ashes after losing the second test by 8 wickets in Brisbane.
And there it is. It's high. It's got a long way. It's got all the way.
The tourists were bowled out for 241 in their second innings, setting Australia a modest target of 65 to win, which they reached after just 10 overs. England now trail 2-0 in the 5-match series. Finally tonight, the writer and illustrator behind the classic children's book We're Going on a Bear Hunt have joined forces again 36 years on to create a poignant new festive tale for the big issue, which they hope will inspire some generosity in this season of goodwill. Published tomorrow, Pax by Michael Rosen and Helen Oxenbury is a timely story of a family living on the breadline who can no longer afford to feed their pet cat. They spoke to Emma Volney.
Hi, I'm Michael Rosen. Who are you?
Hello, I'm Helen Oxenbury.
That's great, yeah.
Reunited after more than 3 decades, the duo behind the children's classic We're Going on a Bear Hunt, now promoting their latest venture, a story they've created exclusively for the big issue, the tale of a family struggling to make ends meet, and their cat who ventures into the cold when they can no longer afford to feed him.
It's all right, Paxi, Evie said. Everything's going to be all right. Ha, that song. I'm sorry about dinner, Evie said to Paxi. I know this happened yesterday and the day before, but I promise you it'll be all right soon. Christmas is a very old idea, the idea that we have lights in the middle of winter, perhaps in the hope that winter will end one day and we'll have light again. That's the origin of it all. And I wanted to have that idea of that there will be hope, that it'll be all right. So I'm picking up on the Bob Marley song there. Then there's the wall.
But this is really about raising money to help the homeless and encouraging people to show compassion.
People just walk past them most of the time. People don't have like 2 seconds, like to just say hello, how are you? And just give somebody a bit of time and day.
Ideally, he should be in the basement, I think.
Yes.
Don't you think? Go and have a lovely shower and a good meal and a comfy bed. They've just got a wet, cold pavement. I mean, I wouldn't last a night, I don't think.
I've written a story for this Christmas issue. And
Their festive tale, a reminder of how even just a simple act of kindness can mean so much. Emma Volney, ITV News.
And that is it for tonight. From all the team here, good night.